Hey guys, welcome back to Two Girls, One Bong.
The show that's better if you're stoned and I don't have the script in front of me. My name is Mac Dizzle.
I'm Joya. You might recognize us from your favorite viral video, or you might have been watching our content for the last 8 fucking years.
If you're new here, welcome. We are the original two girls. We've been making content together for almost a decade, so we're kind of those little girls, those little girlies. Are we allowed to call ourselves two girls, one bong anymore? I feel like we're like, once you're 30, we might have to graduate to two women, one bong. Anyways, let's dive on in.
I do think we are past the girl stage. Two women, one bong doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, but
Doesn't hit the ear.
no, it doesn't.
Two whores.
No,
one
it
bong.
doesn't. But we are fucking grown-ups now, so that's fun.
That's what happens when I don't have the script in front of me.
You did it, basically. So.
Did we get most of it?
Yeah. The only thing you didn't get
Great.
was blah blah blah. That's what I have written in my script. It's sure that's better when you're stoned, but I will blah 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 if you're not.
Oh well, my blah 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 was, but I don't have the script in front of me.
Right. Exactly. So
Yeah,
so you did hit it. You hit every fucking note. Look at that. She's amazing. Yeah. Welcome back. Yeah.
Hello, friend. How are you today?
I am doing good. I'm doing okay.
Preface this.
Yeah.
She called me earlier and I didn't really scream cry at you, but I definitely aggressively cried.
Yeah.
It was an aggressive cry.
Well, so yeah, I called because you had just posted that you were like, not feeling too hot. And so I called to like check on her, and she was a little sniffly, and I was like, "Are you sickies?" And she was like, "No, I've just been scream crying."
Do you ever just become like so overwhelmed that's like you just like grab your pillow and you just shriek into it as hard as you can, like 10 times, and then you do it so much that like I feel like a baby when it happens. I like tucker myself out. I'm like,
yeah,
like take a second to get my breath back.
Because babies really do that. They fucking like tire themselves out from just freaking out. That's funny. But yes, yeah. I have definitely screamed into many a pillow for sure. Especially when it feels like things are piling up, which I think is what you were experiencing today.
Yes, that's exactly what I was feeling.
Just like one thing on top of another thing on top of another thing. And then
because, like, you know what? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, when you're feeling like that, when there's like a lot of things coming at you from whatever direction, like, and then you like stub your toe.
Oh my god.
Or like something like very
no, and then you literally you look at God in the eyes and you grab him by the balls and you say, "Why today have you chosen me? Why have you done this?"
Yeah.
No, then I take it actually super personally. Like when I'm having a bad day and then like anything else happens. What's funny is like I was upset. Like there were certain things that were pissing me off and making me upset, but they were things that I'd been knowing these things for days. I had been knowing these things had been happening for days, and I could have done things to prevent certain issues. Like for instance, I'm out of tampons, couldn't find my period cup anywhere. And that felt like the Lord was punishing me.
Right, when it's like
it's a super fixable issue, could have fixed it a while ago because I knew days ago that I didn't know where it was. Now I waited. No, so it's gonna arrive this afternoon. Okay, it's gonna arrive this afternoon.
Dope.
But little Miss Mary came this morning, so that was really fun. So I was like, well, great, you ordered it, but now you still have to go out. Like you create these problems for yourself sometimes, and that was what I did to myself today.
I think that also makes it significantly more frustrating because you're like, oh my god, this is partially my doing. Yeah, like I had control over this situation and I didn't do what I didn't make the right decision, or I didn't fucking like whatever. Like I feel like it is more frustrating when it is something that you could have controlled versus like something that's completely out of your control. Like,
yeah,
definitely.
Because what's funny is when I think about mental health and like our mental health, like me versus you, I always think that you just have a much more even keel and you're just you got like I would consider you to have good mental health, and I would consider me to have like absolute dog shit mental health. And I
Dog
don't
shit.
it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But it's especially worse when I'm hormonal. Like I get like
Yeah. I
put
mean,
her away.
yeah. That is definitely hormones are like actually fucking insane because it's basically like it's not a foreign substance, but it is a substance that's being produced in your body that's affecting your brain and you have no fucking control over it.
No,
Like
no,
it's basically like
no, and
somebody put some drugs, somebody just put a little sprinkle of fucking drugs on your brain and made it.
well, yeah, and it's for someone like me who already feels everything to the 10th degree, feeling more. Oh my god, I don't. It's awful. Feeling all the things is terrible, and then when I'm hormonal and I somehow, some way, the Lord said, "You thought you can feel it all? Wrong, wrong. Here's a Cheerios commercial. Break down and cry on your knees."
Do you break down and cry on your knees in front of a Cheerio commercial?
It's worse.
Ah.
The Sonic movie, I cried.
What happened in the Sonic movie to make you cry?
I don't remember. It was probably him being rejected and being small and cute. You know, I
Totally
watched
understandable.
I watched the new Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mhm.
Cried the whole time. Cried the whole time. The whole time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So, and you know what they say? As you get older, the problems you have up here tend to get a little bit worse. And I'll tell you what, I'm fucking seeing it.
Do they say that about age?
Yes. Yeah, so, like, people with, like, bipolar disorder and, like, depression and, like, all of these other things, generally, if left untreated
Mhm.
as you go along with age, they tend to get more exacerbated and worse.
Are you thinking then that you are going to maybe figure out a treatment for one of those things if you feel like it's going to get worse if you don't do anything? Like if you're saying it's going to get way
Listen,
worse if it's untreated.
so here's the thing, here's my thing. As a child who was put on medication, I have, like, an aversion to the idea of being put on medicine again.
Mhm.
I hate the idea of relying on a pill to make me palatable
Yeah,
for other
normal.
people.
Yeah.
You know what I
No, but
mean?
it's not for other people.
But
It's for
it is
you.
somewhat I would be doing it for other people, though.
You wouldn't
That's
be
the
doing it
thing.
so that you couldn't feel your emotions to the 100th degree, 10 times 10.
I feel like that's what makes me so special. Is that I'm a little mentally ill. I don't see, maybe that's what and mentally ill people feel. They're like, "No, that's who I am. You're gonna take who I am away."
Yeah, because but it is also it's a fair feeling because a lot of
Yeah.
medications do that. Like we've talked
Yeah.
about that with Adderall in children. Like I mean, in Adderall in people, in adults even, like it makes your personality go away. So it's like, I mean, in some people, I don't know about everybody, but like that is a fair fear. Like that
Well,
it's
no, it's like
something.
I wasn't even Adderall wasn't even the only thing I was put on. Like my parents put me on various different depression medications, like all of these different things, like mood alterers,
Mhm.
because wasn't palatable, and so like it's just like there's just like something in my brain that just like is like no, no.
Yeah, I mean, it's a
But on that
defense
same note,
mechanism.
yeah, but on that same note, like I don't like feeling sad.
Yeah.
That's not fun at all. Being sad
And
is
it's
not fun.
yeah, being sad, like getting sad is a very normal part of like human life. Like sadness is
Yeah.
we have our range of emotions for a reason. But I think if you are able to do something to help you like just at least be able to like take, you know, a few deep breaths and be like, okay, I can come down like 2 notches. It still
Yeah,
sucks. I'm
because
still sad. I'm still feeling this. I'm still whatever, but like it doesn't feel like the end of the world kind of thing.
yeah, our friend, she takes Lexapro. I don't wanna say her name 'cause I don't wanna out her. But she takes Lexapro, and I was asking her about it because, obviously I'm curious
Yeah.
because that's probably something that I would be close to being prescribed
Yeah.
because she and I have pretty similar quirks,
Yeah.
and she loves it. Like, she said she loves being on it, and I was like, "That's bizarre to me." What a bizarre thing for you to say.
But doesn't that make you feel a little better? Like that
It does,
somebody
like, and that's why I would probably be open to, like, maybe trying it is because, she says, like, it's good,
you have
but
someone also that you love and you can
Mhm.
trust and
Yeah.
that you would
Who
be
I've seen on it and love as a person regardless,
who you can lean
you
on
know?
for advice or like, who
Mhm.
you can have that shared experience with. It's just a reason
Yeah.
for it to be a little less scary, I would say.
Yeah.
But it's your brain is like, you ask her how she likes it and your brain's expecting you to, like, her to be like, I hate it, don't do it. And then when she says no, I love it, not just, oh yeah, it's okay, or yeah, I just do it because I have to. Like, she literally said I love it, and so your brain is like, you're wrong.
I was like, "Who paid you?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah.
Where are the Lexapro people? I see you. Am I punked?
Honestly though,
Where's what's Ashton Kutcher? Hello?"
yeah, dude. But it is definitely like just getting on any medication in general. That's why, okay, this is way more like a basic thing, because I was just on like a hormone medication for my
Yeah.
face, but I didn't want to
Yeah.
do it anymore. Well, it wasn't doing its full job, but I also still had to stress about it every day, make sure that I was fucking getting it and not
Mhm.
missing any.
Yeah.
I mean, you could miss some,
Mhm.
but like I feel you on that. Like, I was on that medication and I was like, I don't want to be on this forever. Like, this is fucking,
Yeah.
this sucks. Even though it didn't,
And
like,
like
I didn't even have any side effects or anything. It's just like,
yeah, but but like my thing is like also is like I know that my dogs can see me having a mental breakdown and that really stresses them the fuck out.
mm-hmm.
Like they're not like, "Oh, can we comfort
Help
her?" They're like,
me
"Oh
out.
my god, is she going to fucking freak out and like tear apart the house right now?"
Yeah, because that's what they would
And
fucking
I
do.
well, no, and I've done it before.
Oh.
So, I've had mental breakdowns about them. Like it's So, I do have a little bit of a history of sometimes throwing certain items across certain rooms. Cheech. I'm just kidding. Could you imagine? I
Oh,
just throw
I would
Cheech.
kill
I
you.
don't hate my dogs. I don't do anything
Yeah.
abusive to them. I do sometimes yell way too loud, and I feel really bad. But I'm
Sometimes
maybe I'll get
dogs
medicated.
deserve to be screamed at, okay? They're not human babies. I'm sorry.
But
Sometimes I'm
yeah,
gonna scream at you. Like, don't
yeah,
fucking do
and
that.
but also sometimes I'm not screaming at them, and they think I am.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Like today, they were all very nervous because I was screaming into my pillow. But I was like, "It's not you guys. You guys are actually doing great.
Not
Stay
you
here."
guys. Didn't mean you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
But then I like walked out, and Cheech was sitting there looking all nervous, and I was like, "What if you were a kid? What if you were a kid?" You know?
Definitely. For sure. Yeah. Oh
Like, I
my
would be
God.
that mentally ill mom that the kids are like, "Oh, she's not the same when she's not on her medication." Like, that's who I would be.
I don't think that I mean, but also it's like, if these are problems that you do have to deal with for the rest of your life, like, you are going to have to find some sort of solution for you to not be victim to this fucking, because that's like,
Yeah.
it's, if it takes over you. And I don't think, like, I mean,
It's very much Britney Spears, "I'm a slave for you."
a slave to the Lexapro.
A slave to the emotions.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
a
Right.
slave for you.
Damn, I sounded just like her. Somebody fucking give me a fucking Derek Barry record
Well,
deal.
okay, that's fair, but I don't know that she here's the thing, Britney Spears, real quick, mental health. We're talking about mental health.
Yeah.
Mental health. Isn't it Mental Health Awareness Month?
I think it might be. Yeah, maybe.
Is this going to be out? It's probably going to be out after that, but shout out to Mental Health Awareness Month. But Britney Spears.
Yeah.
So, I've been seeing so much stuff on the internet saying like, "Oh no, it's not her. They're using a filter
Yeah.
to make it look like it's
It's
Britney Spears
yeah.
and blah blah blah." What do you think about that?
Dude, I don't know, because it seems insane to be
It
like,
seems bizarre. Like
yeah,
what a bizarre thing, but like also
the one video where you can see brown eyes, or I guess she has brown eyes.
you can literally they do the thing her
Yeah.
arm goes in front of the filter.
Yeah. But then also, like, somebody could have fucking done that to that video. Like, it's so hard to believe any piece of content.
AI,
Dude, okay.
deep fakes.
How about the fucking fake explosion outside the Pentagon
That one didn't
affecting the
even look
stock
real.
market? Yeah.
It didn't
I'm
even
gonna look it
look
up.
real. That's what's crazy is, like, you can look at the photo and see the smoke, and it looks like an AI generated smoke photo. It doesn't look real.
Well, there's a lot of people who don't know the difference between a fucking real smoke and
These
fake
people
smoke.
clearly don't remember 9/11. Like, please, like, buildings don't. I don't know. That just looks so fake to me, and I'm so familiar with AI art. I feel like I've looked at so much of it that it has such a distinct type of wave to it, like like a roundness almost, especially certain types.
Okay.
That when I looked at it, I was just like, "There's no way that's real. That does not
The
look
smoke
real."
looks so smooth. Looks like very
Exactly. The
smooth.
smoke is way too fucking smooth.
Yeah.
It was like AI.
Well, this country's full of full on fucking idiots though.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Like
Actually.
lots of
You know
them.
you know what's crazy is,
The world,
yeah,
I
no,
guess, in
we
general.
actually have a lot of me, I don't run around acting or pretending to be the smartest person in the room. I know I'm not, but I know I'm smarter than at least 60% of this country, and that's sad.
Yeah.
I am not the best that this country has to offer, and the fact that I'm outsmarting 60%, we need to be doing better. I should be, like, towards the bottom 30, I feel like.
Well, I think that our generation and generations younger than us have a leg up on the older generations in anything technological. And
Yeah.
AI obviously is one of those things. And content, photo, video, like old people have no fucking
Yeah.
idea what they're looking at half the time. And that doesn't make them stupid or dumb. It just makes them unaware.
Well, if you're gonna start doing things with your money because of
Yeah,
it.
right, exactly. Then you're fucking stupid. Yeah. But I
And
mean,
why does that affect the stock market?
I don't know. I guess I have no idea. People started selling.
Okay.
That's the only thing I
Sorry.
could think of.
Wow. Well, how was your mental health? How would you describe yours? Like I said, rock solid. I think you're good. I think she's just fucking good.
I definitely, I get anxiety,
Mm.
but I feel like I'm pretty good at um reminding myself that it's gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I definitely, the stress and anxiety is like daily for me, but it's usually not, hasn't been for a very long time anyway, like debilitating.
What gives you stress and anxiety?
Work. Yeah.
I understand.
Like,
That's why I don't do very much of that.
yeah, also like, it's usually ever since my bills went up for my house, which I think I've talked
Oh
about
my
the property
god.
tax situation on the podcast.
Yeah. Didn't they
Um,
change because, like, Trump went out of office? I don't
no,
remember what it
there
was.
was no change in my taxes because of Trump, because of anything federal. It's all state taxes and it's property taxes.
Okay.
And
So, Abbott.
yeah.
Mm.
But nothing changed. It's Texas property taxes, the agency that determines how much you pay in property taxes, they reevaluate your house every year. They reevaluate the
Yeah.
value.
So you pay taxes on the value, not at what you bought it at.
Correct. When California,
Sick.
and
Sick.
also
That's
California's
sick.
are lower, so like, yeah, you pay on what you bought it for. And also the percentage is like, oh, like I think California property taxes are like 0.8 or something.
I just heard about a girl like that who was talking about her, like,
0.71.
dad. Her dad had this house that he had owned for years and years and years, and they just reevaluated it, and now he has to pay money on a house
That he
that he's
hasn't
already
paid a mortgage
owned
on. Yeah.
for
Um,
years. He's paying way more money now. He's basically paying rent to live in a house that he owns.
yeah. So, Texas property taxes are double what California's are, and also it
Jesus.
reassesses every year. So, yeah, so that has made a big difference in it doubled my mortgage. It doubled what we have to pay. So,
Jesus fucking Christ. That's huge, bro. That's how people lose their fucking
oh my
homes. Like,
God,
why do they?
people are losing them at a rapid rate in Austin. It's so sad. It's
What
horrible.
the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Like,
So,
why is it set up that way?
because we
I know
don't have a
that you guys
state
don't
income
have.
tax.
Okay.
So Texas flaunts itself as like this wonderful place that like won't low taxes and like no.
But you're not getting paid double the salary. You're paying double your mortgage, but you're not getting double salary from not being taxed on your salary.
Yeah, like, and I mean, honestly, like my state income taxes in California were like a number of hundreds of dollars. Like,
literally, my income
nothing.
taxes for the state were so low.
Yeah.
My federal taxes are insane.
Yeah.
But like, even when I paid like, I don't know, I paid some obscene amount of money to I paid like maybe like $8,000 to the state after like thousands and thousands of thousands federal.
Okay, yeah, my state income tax the last time that I paid it was literally like $700.
Yeah.
And my federal
So
was
low.
like, yeah, I mean, it's, yeah, so.
Night and day difference.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I would say too, it's not like work stresses me out so much, but like I get anxiety in my abilities, and I always have ever since we started Two Girls One Bong.
Like imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Don't do that to yourself, because honestly, I don't fuck with weenies. All right.
What if I said that to you this morning on the phone when I called you?
No, not like I sorry, you're taking that the wrong way. I meant it in the sense that like I would not have brought you on board to do all of these things if you weren't a weenie. You're like a powerful goddess superwoman.
Yeah.
And I don't fuck with weenies, so like that's how I know you're not one.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay.
So I apologize for the delivery. If you had said that to me this morning, I would have cried more. If you said I don't fuck with weenies, that's not what I meant. But you do fuck with weenies, and that's the difference between you and me.
What weenies do I fuck with?
Queen weenie.
You?
Yeah.
You're the weenie? You're not a weenie.
I'm a weenie.
Stop it. I'm a weenie.
Let's go get a bong rip.
Yes.
I have to leave. I'll be right back.
Okay. I guess you know what? She said she has to go get some. Damn, look at that ass walking away. Yes, girl. I guess I need to go get some weed too, guys. Well, okay, if you're at home right now and you're listening, you go get your weed too. Get it ready. We're about to take a bong rip. Hey,
what's so funny?
Dev and I were chatting because she said that. Well, first of all, I was like, "Oh, I made it back before her," and then she was like, "Oh, she came back and then she left again." But then she said, because I came into the office and because Cash and Frankie didn't move, and usually Cash follows me every fucking step that I take, and so when I walked in, I said, "Good doggies." And Deb was like, it's kind of funny because some one of yours got in front of you and you were like, what are you doing? Like, move.
Literally. Every time I walk down the hall, the dogs will just like stop in front of me.
Oh my God. Yeah. Relatable.
And I'm just like, why do you do this? Why do you just stop and walk? Like, we're moving forward.
Yeah. Like, don't you see what I'm doing? Follow my lead.
Like, jeez, if you're gonna follow me, at least follow me. Don't block me. All right. Well, apologies for not starting this with a Ripiana. We usually try to, but today,
yeah,
my mind was elsewhere. I'll tell you what.
That's okay.
I really had to pull it together to get my face done and get on board with this.
We are so proud of you for doing so.
Okay. Cheers. Cheers. This wasn't my first rip of the day.
And we can tell by the very gentle cough.
It's funny because I sit here, I'm like, I don't want to have to rely on something to make me more palatable, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, here I am doing exactly that.
Well, and I don't think that you need to think about it as you being palatable, because I feel like you doing something for your mental health has absolutely nothing to do with anyone else. And if that's why your parents got you on medication, then that's their fault. And that's also, 20 years ago or whenever that was. Yeah. And so
it was 15. Okay. I'm not that fucking old now.
Well, yeah, I feel like if you were going to do anything for yourself, it's about you. It's not about anybody else.
Anyone out there listening, watching, whoever you are, is anyone out there take Lexapro? Tell me about your life before and after. Would love to hear about it. I'm not actually officially diagnosed with anything either. Let me be fucking clear.
Yeah, Lexapro is depression medication, right? Depression
Or
and
borderline
generalized anxiety. It's an
generalized
antidepressant.
anxiety. Okay. Because
Yeah.
I know Kanye takes that.
Uh,
Or took that at one point. He rapped about it. So therefore it must be true.
yeah.
me defending Rick Ross, saying no, he's legit. If you didn't know, the rapper Rick Ross based his entire persona off of a different man named Rick Ross.
Freeway Rick Ross.
Freeway Rick Ross, who was like a well-known drug dealer. And so he based his whole rap persona on this guy, and the real Rick Ross got out of jail and tried to sue him and lost.
Very sad. It's very sad. And also she forgot to add in that Rick Ross was a what do they call
Prison
those?
guard.
Yeah. Prison guard.
He was a correctional officer.
Correctional officer, yeah. Which, okay, I know I've told you about Snowfall. It's a show, which I'm assuming by now that you are probably not going to watch it. If anybody listening wants to watch it, it's literally one of the best shows I have ever seen, and I bet it falls in like the top fucking 10 shows ever made. But I'm going to ruin it. So fast forward like 30 seconds, and I promise to be done talking about Snowfall. That show is based on the life of Freeway Rick Ross, and the main guy is like Freeway Rick Ross, and so he like builds up this empire, this crack empire, and he gets so fucking rich, and then he loses it all. And like most of the show he's very rich, and then at the end, the very last episode, he is like a street person. Like he becomes like he's on drugs, like he loses his house, he loses his wife, he loses everything. So anyway, that is, if you want to know the story about Freeway Rick Ross in a dramatized version, Snowfall is freaking really
cool.
good.
That's cool.
It's
I mean,
really
not
good.
like a cool, like, that's not, I'm not happy that happened to anyone, but that's a cool story.
It is. And they do a good job of like telling the story too. But yeah, fucking Rick Ross. Who does Rick Ross think he is? I mean, really? How dare you?
He won, though. That's what's even more baffling.
Yeah.
They're like, no, that's fine. It's artistic expression. He can pretend to be you. People pretend to be Batman all the time.
That's true. Wow. No fucking way. Oh my God. Not artistic expression.
Artists get away with a lot.
They do.
And also, like, real quick, while we're on this note, how do you feel about judges and like courts using lyrics against people? How do you feel about
because
that?
I don't think it's fair to an extent. I'm like, that's not like it is art. And like people have been lying in their art. People have been depicting art of like other things for centuries. But I think if you say like fucking yo, this person did this,
caught a body about a week ago.
Yeah. I mean, but also those are that's very general words.
On that same note though,
caught a body about a week ago, that's like, oh, he could have been talking about anything. I
feel like it's really, really easy not to rap about crimes that you committed.
Yeah. Or your friends.
I feel like that's a really easy thing to do. People seem to have a hard time with not like implicating other people in doing things, because you remember what's his name's the judge is Jamar. He was on a team in the NBA, I believe.
Yeah.
Or the NFL. I think it's NBA. And he was caught on live flashing a gun.
Oh, Ja Morant.
Ja Morant. I always want to call him Jamar because it's Ja
very
Morant.
close if you put them together. Yeah. Ja Morant. Yeah.
So Ja Morant. So he was flashing a gun on live.
Yeah.
And he got in a lot of trouble for that. And then he was on his friend's live, and his friend showed him with the gun. I'm like, that is not your friend, my guy.
Well, first of all, no, I mean, yes. So the friend pans the fucking live over to him, and but like Ja Morant, why are you fucking? Why are you
driving? City girls with the gun? Like you're like, what the?
And also, okay, it was just really funny because also this is so. I'm glad you brought this up. So yeah, he got in trouble for that. That was like probably close to a year ago, to be honest, or maybe like it's less than a year, but it was a fucking while ago. He had like a he got in trouble. Like he was like temporarily
Yeah.
he was suspended. He had to go to a rehab. So he had to like go to like a behavioral rehab. And he like had to, you know, like they're like, he's going to therapy, like blah, blah, blah. And first of all, this person has gone to private school their entire life. He was never involved in any sort of, he doesn't like, this person is so far
He
removed
just
from
wants to be street
gang
so
life.
bad for what?
Okay, there's so many funny parts to this. So that happened. And then, yeah, he got in trouble. Like he was like, it was a whole fucking thing. Like that was a whole thing. And then, yeah, like 3 weeks ago, there is another video of him, like Mac Dislow was just saying, literally it's the exact same thing because the first time he was on live too. The first time he was on
just
live.
on live again.
And then the second time,
just
yes.
flashing guns on live.
So not only did the friend like pan
in
to him,
cars,
which was
though, he's just like in moving cars.
Like, what are you're just being obnoxious. Okay, and the another really funny part of that is that it's NBA YoungBoy playing in the background. And I didn't even realize.
Somebody said in the comments he's in the wrong NBA. He needs to be on NBA.
I'm fucking dead. Oh my god, that's so funny. Yeah, Adam said like he's a fucking NBA. He's like a classic NBA YoungBoy fan, and I was like, I didn't even realize that it was fucking NBA YoungBoy playing in the back. But then also, okay, there is this apology that he put out.
I thought it was AI.
Yes. Well, no, literally, it was like if you typed in like, write me an apology for I don't fucking know. It was like somebody literally typed it into ChatGPT and it like came out. Like it was like, I'm sorry.
Almost exactly the same.
Yeah, I'm sorry for the hurt or the people I've, you know, just like very like basic
God,
fucking.
Crying.
I'm gonna look it up. John Morant ChatGPT.
That's hysterical.
Because yeah, dude, just like so fucking funny. Like it's hilarious. And yeah, John Morant is like fucking comes from like a, I don't know if he's wealthy, but he definitely does not come from like a gang like neighborhood. Like he definitely does not come with any of that. Like he didn't grow up in that culture. So the fact that you're just like you're cosplaying basically and you're about to lose your fucking like multi-million-dollar
it's funny because I always like to read the comments when I see these things. Because I'm just like, what's going on in people's brains? And people were like, well, I'd like to point out that this player has pictures of him with guns all over.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that.
And they're not in moving cars. Those are registered guns to him.
These are registered as well.
Legal areas.
John Morant's
I'm saying these are.
Okay.
Is he allowed to ride in a moving car with it? Like,
know.
Is it like what's the rule on that? I have a registered gun. If I'm in a car with it, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah. That's fair. So there was some rules broken, but I do think that there's something to be said about
there's context.
Yeah.
Also, it's not like this person's like, oh my God, gang violence is super cool. It's like, I'm a gun enthusiast.
Yeah.
Type vibe.
I just can't believe it's like literally the exact same situation twice in 1 year. Like how?
What are you doing? Yeah. And you went to therapy over this.
Yeah. Well, he probably didn't fucking go to fucking therapy. His fucking dad was like, hey, don't do that shit again. Because his dad is super active in the like scene, not like his dad is active in the media and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
LOL.
Just such a silly thing to do. What an easy thing to avoid. And that's what I mean. Like, it's very easy to not rap about crimes that you've actually committed.
Yeah.
Like, make it so fabricated. Like, I was in the Bahamas, okay? And I had 3 baby mamas, okay? Oh, you see me with the fucking rhymes, all right?
I'm fucking dead.
And just talk about things that never happened. Like, I get it. Like, you drive emotion from real life experiences, but if those real life experiences involved you killing another person or committing harm to another person, I would recommend either tell that to God and a judge, or don't tell it to anybody else.
Yeah. Usually people like to keep those kinds of things if you don't want to get caught for it. Usually.
So
people.
I feel like I'm team you can use it. I don't really care.
I
just think it's just so like I feel like I understand that there's some artists who rap about fake scenarios and they would get nervous about getting implicated in a fake scenario because of fake song, whatever. I don't care. I don't
Yeah.
care. I don't care if your song about killing somebody, you can't make it anymore. Sorry.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Well, yeah, I'm looking at too, like, at the
I know
what they
California voted not to do that. They voted that you can't.
yeah.
I voted against it. I said, I think you should.
Damn. My only problem with this is that I feel like it targets like people of color. Like we're
I
talking
can
about
see that.
because also like okay, there is a which you're okay to also to you really shouldn't rap about things that you actually did. Like that's stupid. But I do think about like there's like a country sort of artist that we listen to who literally has a song that's like I killed a man in Birmingham. Like
Well,
I
if he was
slit
ever
his
in
fucking
Birmingham,
throat or something.
okay, raising
Something.
my hand.
Yeah.
If there was a man with his throat slit in Birmingham around the time that this man was there, I would hope that they look into that.
Yeah. Right. You're right.
You know
That's
what I
what.
mean?
Yeah.
Use it against
Because I'm like,
everyone.
I don't think he actually did that. I'm gonna look up because I don't know if he said slit his throat, but
Right?
oh,
I get it.
yeah. He said I hit him
But
with a tire iron. Okay.
I don't think you need to sing about these things. It's across everywhere. No one needs to be singing about this.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like, yeah, like you're right, they shouldn't. But also, like if we're talking about like a law that is
Targets
going,
people.
yeah, like
Yes,
we're
I can
talking
see
about
this
black
for
people
sure.
and hip hop, so that's like
Yeah,
that makes it like
absolutely.
tough because they may start. I mean, yeah, they could
Well,
start.
because because I could see how that's like a loose thread because at that point any crime could happen that you're actually not related to, and just because you made a song where the same kind of things happened, you could now be implicated or in trouble for that. Like that's obviously a very slippery slope.
Yeah, which I think is what happens with a lot of our like there's a lot of laws that have targeted black people that are just like
Yeah,
so like up for interpretation. But like
yeah,
again, still like you should not be you should not be singing about murdering people. And like
yeah.
my thing is like okay, if it was like about a murder, like murder is bad, period. So like but if it's like about drugs, like
Whatever.
yeah, who fucking cares? I don't care.
I don't think drugs should be criminalized. That's me first and foremost. I don't think that
Yeah.
people selling drugs should be criminalized. I think this is a bigger problem.
Yeah.
And it's called capitalism.
Yeah, definitely.
All right? It forces people to act crazy and do crazy shit so that they can have a ton of money and not have to worry.
Yeah.
All right?
Totally. And then also it causes severe fucking like mental health issues in our society and forces people to turn to drugs.
You know what I mean?
So there's lots more problems happening.
Yeah. So I guess I will say good job, California, in not signing that slippery slope. But kids, don't rap about, don't sing about, don't lullaby, don't type, don't Morse code, don't whisper, don't opera about the crimes that you have actually committed. I tried to hit all the genres.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, definitely. It's just don't tell on yourself.
That's so silly. You silly Willy. Lie. Come on. Lying is so much fun. Lying is the most fun a girl can have without taking her clothes off.
Who said that?
That's a song name by Panic at the Disco.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's a long title.
Dude, their song names are so ridiculously long. All of them. I write sins, not tragedies.
Yeah, it's
is that a short
long
one?
song name. Yeah.
No, they got the long names, honey. Long thong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God. I was watching a show and it's like based in the I think they're in like the 70s or 80s and there's a conversation about like sandals, like flip-flops, and somebody calls them thongs, and I totally forgot. My mom used to call them that, and I like no one calls them thongs anymore. Like it's like only old people. But I was like, oh my God, I forgot that they were like called that.
What an ugly word for a shoe.
Yeah, but it's so funny because like it does simulate like thong meaning to go in between two things and stay there. Definitely
Latin, do you think? Thong from thongulama, meaning to go betwixt.
From thongulana. Oh my god, thong comes from words meaning restraint. Oh my god. In the case of thong underwear, not much restraint is required.
Well, I mean, it's restraining your taint. Restraint. Taint.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It was originally a narrow strip of leather used to secure something. So somebody put that narrow strip of leather
between their butt cheeks and called themselves Yankee Doodle.
Fuck yeah, they did. And you know what? They probably made a lot of money that night. She probably made a lot of money that night, whoever she was.
Oh my god. So I downloaded the Backyard app because Izzy found a dog around town and I was going to try to help her like locate where it might have been from, but I didn't realize it just only gives me notifications from my neighborhood. And I've deleted the app, but I still get all the emails every day. I don't know how to get rid of them. And oh my god, I hate my neighbors so much. All of them. People are like,
is this next door you're talking about?
Next door, what did I call it?
You called it backyard. I thought maybe it was I thought maybe like backyard was like only for like animals or something. Like it was like
Where the fuck did I get that from?
That was so funny. Oh my god.
I'm like a straight up grandma.
I downloaded the Backyard app.
You know, I was down at Chipotle. Oh my god.
Chipotle.
Okay.
Chipotle. So yeah, people on Nextdoor are fucking like really something else though, for sure.
So I saw a notification earlier today, and this main line, it just says the period hookers period are period back.
Oh my god.
So obviously I'm intrigued.
Yeah,
clearly. A little bit further. And I started reading, and that because you were talking about thongs, and this is what made me think of it. One of them's walking around in a thong and her whole ass is out.
I wonder where she was walking around.
Get you the location. I don't want people to know where I live.
Yeah. That is so funny. You know what that just made me like, I bet you somewhere there is a list of like the most ridiculous, insane Nextdoor posts ever. And I feel like that would be so funny. Have you ever seen the guy on TikTok that does, like he reads Facebook comments? Honestly, I think his TikTok might have gotten taken down actually, because he was like reading like people's Facebook comments, and usually they had like typos. It was like mostly like, you know, conservative like Christians.
Yeah.
And he would read them in this voice, like in just a very like
that.
Yeah. It's funny, but I feel like
that's really funny though.
Yeah, like often like they all had typos, or they would have like a random punctuation in the middle, or like,
and he would just really accentuate that in the way that he spoke.
Like he would read it exactly as it is. But I downloaded the Backyard app. If
I told that to my grandma, she would know exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah, I bet she would.
Backyard, the
That's
Backyard
so funny.
Got you. God, I'm embarrassed. I'm gonna take another bong rip. My God,
I was thinking about doing that too.
Well, let me go ahead and real quick, because I did study a little bit about the Kennedys, so I'm going to give you a fun fact.
No, that's not it. That's not what I'm talking about.
I'm going to give you a fun fact about the Kennedys.
Oh, okay.
Just one.
Okay.
Just one. So get ready for next week. We're going to be talking about the Kennedys. Yeah. Talking about the Kennedys. Not the Dropkick was that their name? The Dropkick Kennedys from Ireland, not them. Although the main patriarch of the Kennedys was from Ireland. I hope you like my song.
I love
so there's
that
a fun
song.
fact. The patriarch of the Kennedy family is from Ireland. And they are fucking rich as fuck. And I didn't know that.
Well, I didn't know, like, how rich is rich as fuck? Like, are they, like, Rockefeller, like, rich? Like, are they, like, billionaire family
Girl,
rich? Or are they, like...
literally, they might be. I don't know. We'll get into it next week. But yeah, that's basically, I didn't understand. I never really understood how people get into politics. And then I watched what the patriarch of this family did. And I understand how it happens now. You don't just get into politics. You got families that make sure you get into politics.
Yeah, you fucking have a
from
bunch
like
of
young
money.
ages.
Yeah.
You're from a very young age. You're like, you're gonna be president one day, little Timmy.
Remember that show that I was telling you about called Succession? That's about the family that's super rich. I actually realized recently that it's like a satire, I guess. I don't know what you would say, but they're like the family that owns Fox News. It's like supposed to like make fun of them.
Oh, okay.
But there's one of the brother he's the most useless one, and he runs for president, and he spends $100 million on his campaign, and he gets 1% of the fucking of the vote. And it's just like so.
1%.
Yeah, just very like there's like so many people out there who's fucking...
No, that's the thing. Like the dad was doing things before they were born to make sure that his fucking kids were going to be in politics. It like I was I fucking took mental notes.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll come back next week and we'll talk more about that.
Very excited to talk about the Kennedys next week.
Yes.
Sweet. Yeah, let's take a bong rip. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, that was a fatty for me. Yours was fat naturally. Obviously. Clearly.
I have a little bit of a headache from screaming.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll definitely do it. Oh my God. Yeah, the fucking post screaming or just crying enough. Yeah. And you didn't even, the other thing is that how it'll make you sleepy. You didn't like have a nap either.
Bro, it'll make you what is that about crying? I'm like, you're like a baby.
You exert so much energy.
It's designed.
Yeah.
Your body's like, no. This is how we design babies. They cry, then they sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so tired after that.
Well, now that we are at the 10 minutes left, I think we can probably answer a fan question. Ooh, thank you to everyone who has submitted one. Well, there's a question for you on here. I don't know. Me? Yeah, for you. It says, my question for Mac is, how do you feel about the Rick and Morty drama?
Oh.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Do you not want to talk about it?
I'll talk about it.
Okay.
So basically what had happened was one of the main creators and the main voices of the series was seen sending inappropriate messages to, I think, an underage girl. And there's also been a lot of complaints about him being like weirdly sexually harassing
on like
to
set
female employees. So they've actually made it so that his interaction with other people is minimal. Like he's not really at meetings. He's not at these things for the most part. And so I think his partner or the person who created the show with him knows this about him and has seen him as pretty much a liability this whole time. So they've fired him from the show. He's not a part of it anymore. I don't think.
Was about to say, so he's still like involved, but I see.
I don't think so. I think after this, I don't think he's a part of it anymore.
Okay.
Gotcha. Well, if he is, I don't think we can support it, obviously.
Right.
But like, I don't know how they're going to move forward because he was one of the main writers, creators, and voices of it.
Yeah.
But, there's always somebody who can do one of your voices. It might be two people, though. They're going to have to pay for two people to come do the voiceovers instead of just having one person do it because he did a bunch of the voices himself.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's so many.
And that's what kind of gave the show, like, its weird, fun feel about it. Is like, you could tell, like,
that they're all one person.
And it just made it kind of funny, you know? But
I always am so impressed by those people that can do like so many, because there's somebody in Bob's Burgers that does that too. That plays like multiple
yeah.
people.
It's the mom.
Oh,
The
okay.
mom is a dude.
Oh, okay.
I think she does Jean too. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure it's the mom. Because Louise, I know who that is, and that the voice match, I know who she is. She just does one voice for the show. I'm pretty sure. But then, yeah. And Bob, you can't hide that voice. You know exactly who that guy is, no matter what. I've seen him in other shows, and I always know it's
You
him.
recognize his voice?
Yeah. Oh, his voice is in Family Guy. His voice is in Archer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Very successful voice person.
Yes, because he has one of those. It's so weird because you hear his voice and you look at his face and it just doesn't match.
We should. Do you feel like you could make a fucking, not visually, but do you feel like you could write a show? Like, I feel like you
Like
could,
how? What kind of show and how long?
like, a scripted. I was just gonna say, like, if you wrote a fucking cartoon, I would
Like a
totally
cartoon.
participate. I just feel like you, I just feel like you have, I don't know, I feel like you would have that ability to be able to like
Make a
write a
funny
piece of,
cartoon.
well, or any type of
I don't
like,
know, man.
I feel like you could
I
write a
appreciate
script to
that.
something. But
Yeah.
anyway, well, now we know how you feel about the Rick and Morty drama, which I feel like there's
Yeah,
like only one way to feel
I'm
about a fucking,
pedophile.
yeah.
Ew, I'm disgusted,
Yeah.
obviously. But I would like to see this show go on because it's a really good show. I just hope he doesn't get any part. If he's supported at all by the show, we can't support it.
Yeah.
That's plain and simple. So yeah, but I just know there's a lot of other people employed by the show, a lot of other people who work hard on it, who I don't know necessarily deserve to go down in flames. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I'm also like in part like biased because I really really like it. I really like the show.
Yeah.
So if he's at all benefiting from it, I will ask for a refund on all my seasons. So give me my fucking $60, but I don't know how much I've spent.
You have spent so much money on shows. You buy
I
all the shows.
know. I do. Well, because like I always want to have access to like RuPaul's Drag Race and like those are like my comfort shows.
Yeah.
You know?
I also love that on when you buy it, it shows all the cuss words. And
Yeah.
yeah. And also you never have to watch a commercial. I
Never a
fucking
commercial,
hate
no
commercials. I
commercials.
mean,
Oh my God.
yeah, because
That's why we went to these streaming services. Do they not understand? We went here because of the commercials. You're about to turn into exactly what you promised not to be.
yeah. Yeah, dude. I wonder.
Although cable TV never had the option for no commercials. They gave you
Well,
TiVo.
yeah, TiVo. And I recorded Law and Order SVU. I recorded Jersey Shore always. I did those
Yeah.
two shows and
You
freaking
had all the reruns recorded.
yes.
You would just go through and delete.
Yeah.
I
And
know what you
fucking
mean.
yeah, dude, totally. I definitely had a list going of on TiVo
That
for
was a
sure.
really cool thing that they did. I
That
don't think
was
the kids know about that.
dude, that's crazy. There's people who don't know of TiVo, who didn't live
Well,
through
like you didn't
TiVo.
even because like TiVo was the
Wait,
first one to do it, and so
we
that's what everyone referred to it as. But
we
other
need to go through all of the fucking moments like that in like cultural history of it through our lives.
yeah.
Like from when I feel like that would be a fun.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
Things that we grew up on that don't exist for you
Right,
anymore.
like that period of time, like things
Because
that
that was so brief. Technology was moving so fast at that period. Like TiVo was a thing for like 3 years, and then it was like, oh, Netflix.
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
and then also like it was like my TV provider started offering to record. It was like Cox would just record the shows for you. They had it built into their software of the programming, so they would record the shows for you. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Remember when this surround sound still like
Dude,
a
I'm
really
telling you
important
right
thing
now,
for people?
stop it. Stop. We literally we could talk about that for a whole episode. I'm sure of it. Like go through all of those fucking, yeah. Anyway, thank you all for listening.
Thank you for listening. I don't have the thing.
Yeah, I know. It just says, thank you for tuning in. And if you enjoyed this podcast, remember to share it with your friends. And if you don't, Mac Dizzle doesn't have the script. So. Hey, love you guys. See you next week for the Kennedys.
Love you. See you for the Kennedys. Bye.